What if everything you've ever been taught about reality was only a sliver of the truth? What if the world you see is not a fixed structure, but a living field of infinite possibility, waiting, watching, responding to you? You were never meant to chase reality. You were meant to shape it, not through force or luck, but through the silent, elegant mechanics that govern existence itself. At the deepest level of the universe, beyond atoms and molecules, lies a vast, shimmering ocean of energy, a quantum field where all things exist as potential. Nothing is truly solid until observed. No event is inevitable until your consciousness calls it forth. This is not philosophy. This is physics, quantum mechanics woven into the very fabric of being. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every belief you hold is a frequency, a signal, a command whispered into the ears of reality itself. You are not a spectator in this life. You are an architect, sculpting unseen currents into the visible, breathing world around you. Yet the process of creation is not chaotic. It follows laws, ancient, mystical, and precise, hidden beneath the surface of perception. To master manifestation is to master these laws, to align thought, emotion, energy, and surrender into a coherent symphony that reality cannot help but echo. This is not about wishing harder. It is about becoming the frequency of what you seek. It is about understanding the dance between mind, matter, and mystery, and awakening to your rightful place as a conscious creator of worlds. Stay with me, because by the end of this journey, you will not only understand manifestation, you will feel it moving through you. Before a tree grows, before a star ignites, before a thought takes shape, there is the field. The quantum field is not a place you travel to. It is not somewhere out there in the distance of space. It is here. It is now. It is the invisible breath beneath all visible form, the energetic matrix from which everything emerges. Quantum physics teaches us something both wondrous and unsettling. At the deepest level, reality is not made of things, but of possibilities, particles. The building blocks of matter do not exist as fixed objects. They exist as waves of probability, ghostly patterns of potential, waiting for consciousness to call them into form. You are not walking through a static world. You are swimming in an ocean of infinite futures. Every choice you make, every perception you hold, is collapsing waveforms into particles, possibility into actuality. The field does not judge. It does not prioritize love over fear, abundance over lack, expansion over limitation. It simply responds to the frequencies you emit with absolute fidelity. In this living quantum sea, every future you can imagine already exists, as a shimmering potentiality, vibrating just beyond the veil of the scene. You are not here to passively observe. You are here to interact, to select, to draw forth from the infinite palette of existence. When you desire something deeply, not from need, but from creative expansion, you are tuning yourself to a specific probability within the field. When you think clearly and feel coherently, you amplify that probability, making it more and more likely to crystallize into experience. But if your mind is scattered, your emotions incoherent, or your beliefs conflicted, your signal to the field becomes fragmented, and the possibilities that manifest may appear random or undesired. Manifestation, then, is not about getting something from the outside world. It is about becoming a precise, resonant tuning fork, vibrating in harmony with the frequency of the reality you wish to experience. The field is listening. It always has been. Not to your words, not to your wishes, but to your being. To master manifestation, you must first understand this. Reality is not fixed. Reality is fluid. And you, through your consciousness, are the painter, the brush, and the canvas all at once. The quantum field is the soil, your consciousness is the seed, and your vibration is the sunlight that calls unseen life into bloom. In the silent depths of the quantum field, potential waits. It hums, it pulses, it trembles, but it does not yet exist as form. It is consciousness that reaches into this sea of possibility, that gazes into the undefined, and by the very act of observation, chooses a reality into being. This is the heart of the observer effect, the recognition that consciousness is not separate from creation. Consciousness is the initiator of creation. In the world of the very small, a particle behaves not as a thing until it is observed. It remains a wave, a shimmering blur of potentials, until an observer's gaze collapses it into a definite state. In that moment, energy chooses a form, potential surrenders into actuality. The universe, listening to your awareness, answers with the dance of matter. What you focus on, you amplify. What you emotionally charge, you magnetize. What you believe in your bones, you invite to stand upon the stage of your life. Reality is not inert. It is participatory. It is a conversation. And your consciousness is the language being spoken. Every thought you think sends ripples into the unseen. Every emotion you feel adds texture and depth to the ripple's call. Every belief you hold acts like a sculptor's chisel, carving the formless marble of the quantum into the statues of your experience. But the field does not hear your surface-level affirmations alone. It listens to the deeper layers, the true vibrations you carry beneath words. It listens to your certainty, your expectation, your embodied knowing. If you focus on lack, even while trying to manifest abundance, it is lack that the field perceives. If you gaze at possibility with doubt, the waves of potential recoil, uncertain, fragmented. But if you observe a desired future with unwavering clarity, feeling it as if it were already woven into the fabric of your being, the field responds with precision. Consciousness, then, is not a passive witness. It is the active sculptor of time, space, and circumstance. Your attention is not benign, it is creative. Every moment you spend rehearsing gratitude, abundance, love, expansion, even before outer evidence, is a moment you are collapsing probabilities toward your chosen outcome. The question is not whether you are manifesting. You are always manifesting. The question is, what are you observing into existence? To awaken as a conscious creator is to wield your observation like a sacred tool, to place your awareness not on what is missing, but on what is becoming, not on what has been lost, but on what is emerging through you. In this way, manifestation is not waiting for reality to change. It is changing the gaze through which reality is summoned into form. You are not a bystander in the story of the universe. You are the pen. You are the hand. You are the artist, sculpting reality with every act of conscious seeing. If consciousness is the sculptor, then vibration is the chisel it wields. At the most fundamental level, everything in existence, from galaxies to thoughts to the cells in your body, is vibration. Matter is not solid. It is energy moving in patterns so coherent, so consistent, that it appears stable to your senses. But beneath the surface, everything is a symphony of frequencies. You are not separate from this symphony. You are a living note within it, constantly emitting a frequency into the field around you. Your vibration is not determined by your surface thoughts alone. It is shaped by the deeper currents of your emotional state, your subconscious programs, and the beliefs you hold as truth. Emotion is the amplifier of your frequency. Gratitude, joy, love, these are high, coherent vibrations that signal expansion to the field. Fear, doubt, resentment, these are lower, chaotic vibrations that signal contraction. The quantum field does not respond to your wishes. It responds to your resonance. If you desire abundance but vibrate with fear of lack, it is lack that you reinforce. If you long for love but resonate with unworthiness, it is separation you collapse into form. Manifestation, then, is not simply about thinking differently. It is about being differently, about tuning the entire instrument of your being to the frequency of what you wish to experience. Your mind generates electrical signals, your heart generates magnetic fields. Together they form your electromagnetic signature, your vibrational broadcast to the quantum field. When thought and emotion align, when you think abundance and feel gratitude for it simultaneously, you create a coherent, amplified signal. And the field, ever responsive, organizes itself around that signal, summoning experiences, opportunities, and synchronicities into your reality. You are not attracting your desires as if they are distant stars being pulled toward you. You are tuning yourself to the reality where your desires already exist. And by doing so, you step into that version of the universe. Frequency is not metaphor. It is the true language of creation. Just as a radio receiver must be tuned to a specific frequency to pick up a station, your consciousness must be tuned to the vibrational reality you wish to live. No amount of effort or struggle can replace the purity of resonance. You cannot force a song to play at the wrong frequency. In this way, manifestation becomes less about striving and more about harmonizing. It is less about forcing change in the external world and more about orchestrating change within your internal world. Your vibration precedes your manifestation. Change your frequency, and the reality that matches it will rise to meet you, inevitable as the sunrise. The question is not whether the universe will respond. It already is. The question is, what melody are you playing into the field? And are you willing to tune yourself so precisely, so boldly, that the world has no choice but to echo your song back to you? Beneath the surface of your awareness, there is a silent architect at work. It weaves the structure of your days, colors your perceptions, and whispers the commands by which reality responds. It is your subconscious mind, the hidden engine that shapes the majority of your life. Scientists estimate that over 95% of our thoughts, actions, and emotional responses are driven not by conscious intention, but by subconscious programming. You may believe you are choosing freely, but if your subconscious blueprint is out of alignment with your desires, it is the hidden hand guiding the pen. The subconscious is not malicious. It is not your enemy. It is a servant, loyal, diligent, obedient, operating according to the instructions it was given, often long ago. From childhood experiences, emotional imprints, societal conditioning, and repetitive patterns, the subconscious mind formed a map of what it believes is safe, normal, and possible. And it does not easily stray from that map. If your subconscious holds beliefs like "I am unworthy," "abundance is for others," or "love leads to pain," then no amount of conscious wishing will fully override the frequency you are emitting. The subconscious will continue to broadcast the old song, even as your conscious mind hums a new melody. The quantum field responds to your dominant vibration, and that vibration is set by the emotional programs running in the background of your being. Thus, true manifestation mastery demands not only conscious intention, but subconscious transformation. It requires reaching into the hidden realms of your mind and rewriting the code. Visualization is not just imagination, it is a tool to reprogram. Emotional rehearsal is not fantasy, it is neural sculpting. Repetition is not tedious, it is how the subconscious learns a new language. When you close your eyes and feel the reality you desire, when you rehearse gratitude, abundance, love, before there is external evidence, you are training the subconscious to accept a new normal. You are shifting your internal set point. You are tuning the silent architect to build a different house. It is not enough to think differently for a moment. You must feel differently, consistently, until the new emotional signature becomes your default state. In doing so, your subconscious begins to emit a new frequency, one that calls forth matching experiences from the quantum field with precision and grace. You are not a prisoner of your old programs. You are the programmer, waking up to your power to change the very code by which reality obeys. The subconscious mind is not a vault to be feared. It is a garden, and you are its patient, powerful gardener. Tend to it wisely, plant seeds of possibility, water them with emotion, and reality will bloom in ways you once thought impossible. Every act of creation carries a moment when effort must give way to trust. When the seed is planted and the soil prepared, you must step back and allow the field to do its work. This is the art of surrender, the most paradoxical and yet the most essential aspect of manifestation. The quantum field, this infinite ocean of potential, is not inert matter waiting for your demands. It is a living intelligence, wiser than the small calculations of the human mind. It knows the most elegant pathways, the invisible corridors through which your desires can flow into form. But the field does not respond well to desperation. It does not bloom in the soil of neediness or control. When you cling, when you grasp, when you demand that reality bend to your limited timing or shape, you constrict the very probabilities you're trying to call forth. Surrender is not giving up on your vision. It is releasing the rigidity of how and when it must arrive. It is trusting that your vibrational signature, your inner work, has already set the quantum gears in motion. In surrender, you are saying to the universe, I know you are working on my behalf in ways I cannot yet see. I trust the unseen currents. I allow the masterpiece to unfold even before the paint has dried. Surrender expands probability. It opens the door to miracles, to synchronicities, to outcomes more beautiful and intricate than anything your conscious mind could have orchestrated. When you release attachment, you allow the field to orchestrate. When you let go of needing the manifestation to prove your worth, your safety, your power, you dissolve the very resistance that was keeping it at bay. This is not passive waiting. It is active trusting. It is maintaining your frequency, your gratitude, your joy, your embodied knowing, even when the external evidence has not yet appeared. Imagine a painter stepping back from the canvas, trusting that each brushstroke will find its place. Imagine a gardener planting seeds and dancing in the rain, without demanding that the first shoot appear by morning. This is the frequency of surrender, the art of creation without desperation. The universe does not reward force, it responds to resonance. And resonance is clearest when it is free from fear. Surrender is the final act of faith. It is the vibration of someone who knows they are one with the field, not begging for a future, but welcoming it, certain of its arrival, certain of their role as both seed and sun. To surrender is to say, I have already created it. Now I allow it to find me. And in that sacred allowing, the field rearranges itself to bring you exactly where you are destined to go. There is a secret doorway hidden in the fabric of creation, a threshold not crossed by time or effort, but by state of being. The future you seek, the life you long to live, already exists within the infinite lattice of the quantum field. It is not waiting in some distant timeline. It is vibrating here, now, just beyond the reach of your current frequency. To manifest it is not to chase it, it is to become it. Most of the world waits for evidence before they believe. They wait for the world to change before they feel gratitude. They wait for the dream to arrive before they embody its frequency. But the quantum field operates on a different law. You must become the vibrational match before the evidence appears. Reality mirrors your state of being. It does not create it for you. The electromagnetic signals you broadcast through thought, feeling, and embodied action pull into form the realities that already exist as potentials. If you wish to manifest abundance, you must first live abundantly within, feeling, breathing, thinking, acting as if abundance is already your natural state. If you desire love, you must radiate love from your very being without waiting for someone else to ignite it. You are not asking the universe to deliver your future. You are stepping into the timeline where it is already yours. Becoming the frequency means rehearsing the emotions of your desired life until they are not rehearsals, but second nature. It means no longer identifying with the absence of your dream, but living from its presence, moment by moment. Gratitude before receiving, joy before evidence, certainty before sight. When you feel the future as real now, you collapse the time it takes for it to find you. You become like a magnet so coherent, so undeniable, that reality reorganizes itself to match your new energetic identity. This is not delusion, it is energetic alignment. It is quantum selection through vibrational embodiment. You are not waiting for a miracle. You are becoming the version of yourself that miracles recognize as home. In every moment, you are faced with a choice: to react to the current evidence of your senses, or to respond to the deeper truth of the field within you. The mind will say, "I'll believe it when I see it." The Creator says, "I will see it because I believe it, because I live it, breathe it, am it." Your power does not lie in forcing the outer world. It lies in mastering the inner world so completely that the outer world has no choice but to conform. You are the vibration. You are the frequency. You are the future already blooming into form. Live it now, and reality will follow. You are not a fragment adrift in a lifeless cosmos. You are the cosmos, dreaming, breathing, creating itself through you. Every thought you think, every feeling you nurture, every belief you embody is a brushstroke upon the canvas of existence. You are not asking the universe for permission to create. You are the universe, awakening to its own infinite power, moving its own unseen currents into visible form. Manifestation is not magic. It is the natural consequence of vibrational alignment. It is the inevitable blooming of resonance within the field of all possibilities. You are not here to wait for life to happen to you. You are here to become the vibration of the life you choose to live. The quantum field does not favor one outcome over another. It listens, always, to the frequency you broadcast, with unwavering loyalty, with sacred precision. So tune yourself to joy before the world gives you a reason. Stand in gratitude before abundance arrives. Walk as love before it finds you. Reality is not outside of you. It rises to meet the music you are already singing. You are the architect. You are the alchemist. You are the living field folding itself into experience through the sacred art of your being. Shape it wisely, dream it boldly, live it fearlessly. Because the world you seek is not ahead of you. It is within you, waiting for the moment you finally remember. You have been creating it all along.